Lots happened this week, that's for sure. Feel pretty good about everything, though. This week of practice went extremely well after I got the news, after Coach Fisher had brought me into his office and told me the situation and the circumstances that I'd be starting. So,
what did Jimbo say to you about the situation, and then also, maybe the confidence he has that you can get the job done?
Yeah, he just brought me in his office, told me the situation, told me to be ready. He said, game plan's not changing, this team's not changing. We're going to go out there in the first half and do everything we usually would. Said he had all the confidence in the world in me, and so he just expects nothing to change, just as so do I.
When he brought you in your office, or he called you to his office, did you have a feeling that's what was going to happen? I mean, is it normal for you to go to his office?
Well, no, it's not really normal to go to his office, but I had heard prior that morning because Jameis had shot me a text, explaining the situation as well. So once I got a text from Coach Fisher, I kind of put two and two together.
How has your mindset changed?
The mindset, I mean, Coach Fisher, prepares us, and, he always is asking questions, to the second quarterback, even to the third quarterback, because, anything can happen. I mean, I know that's a cliche answer, but it really is true. I mean, nothing really has changed this week as far as preparation except, maybe Jameis and I getting a lot more one-on-one time up there watching film together.
What have you seen from that film with the extra time that you have been on the field?
It's just nice, I know I watch film on my own. I know Jameis watches film on his own. We watch it together in the quarterback meeting, but we don't really watch it, together off hours, you know what I'm saying? So it's nice to get his point of view and the way he watches film, I mean, I just learned a lot just from the past couple of nights with him, just seeing how he prepares.
Maguire, what difference does it make to you, or maybe, I don't know if you think it's kind of maybe a good thing for you that this Clemson game is being played as a home game versus rather as a away game?
I mean, I don't really pick the schedule, so I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm sure obviously, it's a home field advantage type thing. I'm sure it, not easier, but more comfortable to be home, as your first start than away.
How late were you guys here watching film until?
Like 10 o'clock, something like that. I mean, we were there for a while, so.
How many text messages and phone calls?
Yeah, at one point yesterday, I kind of had my dad even was like, hey, son, turn your phone off and start focusing on the other stuff. And I just was like, yeah. So I turned my phone off for a while yesterday, and I think it was for the better, because I went out there to practice. I even came into the locker room, and usually, everyone's checking their phone after practice, but I was like, no, I kept that away. I didn't. There was too many people. I was just, left that alone for a little bit.
What do you think the atmosphere will be?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How have your teammates reacted to you being in this situation?
I mean, they've got nothing but support from me. I mean, those senior leaders, the entire O-line, Rashad, Nick especially, just so much support for me. It's not like, even if I went out there and, messed up one play, coaches get on you. I mean, Rashad's right there to pick you back up. Even Jameis too. I mean, just both of them. So.
What do you think that atmosphere will be like? Just the marquee Saturday night game, hearing your name when they announce the starters and all that stuff. What do you think that'll be like for you?
I mean, it's going to be pretty awesome. I'd like to imagine. Pictured this since I started playing Little League ball, that you get to be in an opportunity like this. So I don't know how much better it gets than this, and I'm looking forward to it.
When's the last time?
Hey guys, be respectful of each other. He's going to answer the questions. All right. So who had it?
Did your folks have to buy like a last-second plane ticket or anything like that? Or?
Well, that was the thing, because my parents originally gave away the tickets to my cousins. They were like, "Oh, you guys go to this game, have fun tailgating. Sean probably won't play this game." So, because they went last week to Citadel, and but they're not coming because too many last minute. And then all my other aunts, uncles, and my grandma was like, "Oh, everyone wanted to come," and it was just like, so I think they're all just gonna get together at someone's house and watch the game together, which is probably for the better.
Coach Fisher said earlier that he's really seen your confidence grow a lot over the last year. What is giving you additional confidence here as of late?
I just think everything, just being here and all these extra reps, I mean, extra time in the film room, just the experience is really the only way to describe it, I would say, compared to last year, 2 years ago, and even this year.
When Fisher throws those questions out at you, like you said earlier, I mean, now you're like
it's easy, yeah. You got it. You don't have to be like, and then answer it. So it's nice just to know it.
Jameis said yesterday this is kind of like a blessing for you. Can you see it that way?
I mean, you never, wish upon bad things upon anyone. But he said the same thing to me. It's a blessing for you to get to go out there and play, with the team. So, I mean, maybe you could look at it that way, but, I don't like to look at it as far as because, no, it's all right.
Sean, and this is the first time Jameis has had his name in the headlines, how was the team reacting to the news with Jameis?
I mean, the team, I feel like, it was understood what just happened, and Jameis made a pretty sincere apology in front of the entire team when the news came out, which, Jameis loves his team just as much as the next guy, if not even more. So I know how he feels as far as how deep his apologies go.
Is it any type of distraction to have to deal with something like this again?
I wouldn't say it's a distraction. It's more like maybe at the time for maybe the first little bit, but once the news came out, practice happened yesterday. Once, I took the reps with the ones, I feel like people are starting to get over it.
What kind of game day routine do you have? Are you a quiet guy, a guy who gets pumped up? How do you manage your emotions for a start?
I mean, I don't know, it's my first start, but no, I'd like to say, I'll get pumped up, but I'm not, I'm not a rah-rah type guy, I'm going to stay focused, I'll try to pump up other guys on the team, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I'm going to stay focused. And
So you mentioned the O-line a little while ago. What does that mean to have such a veteran group out there for your first start?
yeah, it's pretty awesome for, all 5 of those guys. 5 seniors, all the starts they've had, I'm good friends with a bunch of them, and just to know that they have my back is just extra confidence on my part.
How was spring game? The timing with the younger receivers, how would you assess the timing?
With the younger receivers or with the ones who are with like the older kids? Good. I've been going with, guys like Travis and Erman, like, a lot in the summer. Even with Rashad and even, like, the true, like, Bobo and all them in the summer, because Jameis was gone a lot in the summer, actually, with, whether he was at the Manning camp or doing something else. And, I got a lot of work with them over the summer and still doing practice. So I'd say it's good.
Was the spring game really a turning point for you because you went out there, performed in front of a crowd, and did really well? Is that kind of when maybe that confidence started to really build up?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Obviously I played towards the end of last season. I knew what I was doing, but I still had to think about it. And after the spring game, after spring ball and even camp and so far this season, I'm sure, yeah, it's probably added all to it.
Did Coach Sanders or any other assistant coaches have any special advice or anything like that over the last couple of days?
Coach Sanders really is just, he just expects me to go out there and do it. There's nothing, he's not trying to tell me, like, how big a deal or, like, trying to give me any specific advice. He's just, you know what to do, go do it.
What's the best way that Jameis can help you during the first half on Saturday?
Probably, knowing him, he'll probably be screaming stuff from the sidelines, trying to help me out. But even just after series, see what he's seeing. Obviously he's been out there, telling me, what the defense is doing, what I could do better. I'll be listening to him 100%.
2 more questions, guys.
What was your last big start and how'd it go?
My last big start.
All-American game?
Yeah, maybe the USA when we played the World. I don't know, in high school. Maybe that was. It went pretty well. We had to rotate quarterbacks, so you know how those All-Star games go. But I did well when I was out there. I don't know, but I think that went well.
Jimbo told us that they're not going to just shut things down and be real conservative. They're going to let you play quarterback, like you can run the offense. Is that what he told you?
Yeah, yes, sir. That's what he told me, and that makes me more confident knowing that I get to go out there and play quarterback just like we do in practice, just like we do every day. So I'm just looking forward to it. That's all I can say.